family has been waiting for is finally happening.
40 years in the making, two Chicago men wrongly convicted are now released from prison and finally going to be able to spend the Christmas holiday and beyond with their families. They're seeing an emotional reunion.
Yeah, we're believing this is Jimmy Soto hugging his family. We know David Ayala is also coming out of Stateville tonight. The family, again, waiting 40 years for this moment, and I can't imagine what they have planned to welcome them home.
Yes, and you can see the signs that they're holding there. Welcome home, Jimmy, at long last. Both men going to be released from prison soon. You see Jimmy Soto being released there from Stateville Prison in Crest Hill. They had all charges dropped today as well, and they are cleared of that crime. A very emotional reunion. You can see, I believe that's his sister there. We heard from her a little bit earlier in this newscast.
And it was touching to hear her talk about her father, who sadly has passed away, but that he would have wanted to be part of this moment, that the family had always known that they were not guilty, but took 40 years for these two men to be cleared of a 1981 murder. Charges were all dropped, as Everard mentioned earlier today, and to see the smile of his sister there. Our camera's live on the scene. Regina Waldrop going to have the whole story for us at 10 o'clock tonight.
You can only imagine the time that has passed. And there we are getting to
hear
so
much, you
what he
all.
has to say.
You're on the outside right now. What are you feeling? What's going through your head, your heart right now?
I feel excited, elated, exuberant, but as I mentioned before, a bit of righteous anger. It should not have taken 42 years for this to happen. You know, it's been a long journey with me, my loved ones. The support that I have out there is tremendous. The Northwestern Prison Education Program has allowed me to get a undergraduate degree, a bachelor's in science. I've taken the LSAT, and my intent is to go to law school. And there's somebody sitting in the cell, a male or a female, in the IDOC, who feels all hope is lost. And it's my hope I could reach back and help one of them.
What kept you going all those years, Jimmy?
The fact that I knew I was innocent. You know, the only other alternative is to get up, and that was not an option.
There were a lot of no's along this way. There were a lot of people who didn't believe what you were saying. How did you overcome that to get to this day?
I just started to do it myself. I told myself when I was in Menard that I had to take control of my own narrative, my own journey, and so I just studied. I started going to commissary. I invested over $3,000 in law books, you know, and this is the result.
You have an army of people who never lost faith in you, who are behind you, by your side right now. What has that meant to you today
I
and every day?
having the resources and having a support network is everything, you know, because it's the little nuances that you have to go get copies, that you have to go get things off the internet, which I couldn't do. And so with their help, I was able to accomplish and get this post-conviction done, and, you know, the rest is history.
Unfortunately, someone can't be here tonight. Your father, you know.
Yeah.
What would you say to him if he can hear you right now?
I would tell him, man, that he never lost and he had any faith in me. Regardless, he always believed in my innocence. You know, he came to visit me in Menard, probably religiously, monthly, until he had a heart attack, and then he could only come 3 times a year. I would tell him, Dad, you know, your son did what he said he was going to do, and that is get out of here.
Amen. How about when you're next to your cousin David?
When I'm next to my cousin David, you know, we've been separated probably for more than 23 years. And, you know, he's like a brother to me. And I would be like, you know, I know we can't pick up where we left out, but I would try to do my best to help him as he will help me to put my life back together.
Jimmy, it's been over 40 years. You missed out on a lot. What is the first step? What's next?
Well, my first step, right, is to go have a nice dinner of steak and lobster with my family and support team. After that, is like I said, I'm going to go to Northwestern. I have a job waiting for me there, and I tend to apply to law school. And like I said, I want to be able to be that lawyer that could help people just like me and have them standing here whenever 1 year, 2 years, hopefully not 40 years, you know, but to help them out. Because I know there's people that are still in the system. There's a few Burge victims that are still locked up, like Abdul Malik Muhammad and Daryl Fair. And then there's also Guevara victims, Detective Guevara victims, like Alan Vega, who also deserve to have their proverbial day in court.
Weeks away from Christmas. Does that make this even
Oh man, that makes it all the more sweeter. I wish it would have been Thanksgiving, but so be it. I'll take this, to spend a holiday with my family. They bake cookies, exchange. They're going to be doing it on this Saturday, and I can't wait to bite into some of those.
Yes. Anything else you want to say?
Yes, I want to say this as well, that part of my advocacy work is trying to get parole back in Illinois, or get pathways for individuals to get out. There are so many people deserving who have rehabilitation, so I would hope that I could sit down perhaps with some state officials and be able to convince them that parole is needed in Illinois. People do deserve to come out and have a second chance.
Laura, anyone else, any other family members want to share with you?
Lauren? Yeah, I want to say that too. I want to say that I can't say enough about the Exoneration Project, Jennifer Blagg, Jennifer Bongine, Ashley Cohen-Bear. There's other people you don't know, Eric Bigsby. I mean, the volunteers. I mean, Carl Leonard. I just can't say enough about the whole team. Oh, yeah. They've all been there, and they did a tremendous amount of work to get me. Yeah, Lauren, of course.